we're in New York City in front of the Brooklyn Bridge. We're going to be talking about a bunch of cool games today.
It's where Gwen Stacy got killed. Issue 121.
It's like Rain Man.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Today on the show, we review Tony Hawk's Underground, AMF Bowling 2004 for the Xbox, Top Spin for the Xbox, and in Versus, it's Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2 against Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. First game we're going to talk about is Top Spin. This one's from Microsoft for the Xbox. What'd you think of this tennis game, man?
I'm a huge fan of virtual tennis on the Dreamcast.
Yes.
I thought it was the greatest tennis game ever of all time.
Right.
I still believe that.
Oh, so, you don't think this is better than virtual tennis?
I don't. It does everything great, but I thought the controls could have been a little more responsive. I would have liked to have more control over the spin and all that.
I think it's not as arcadey, sort of tactile as the virtual tennis game.
Agreed.
It's kind of tough, though. I mean, we're talking about small gradients here. I mean, tennis has
But it's all about that. It's all about the small gradients. They make it great.
But I like the control in this game. I probably didn't play virtual tennis as intensely and as much as you did. I didn't find the control in this one so different from virtual tennis that it upset me. And I did like the fact that you could press the trigger buttons and alter your serves and alter your return shots. It gave you some flexibility. With the serving, you could do the extra special meter and hit it a lot harder if you were confident at hitting it fast enough. I also enjoyed the career mode, which is a direct rip-off of what virtual tennis brought. You basically have all these little places on a map, and you go and challenge other players, AI players, and you go to take some lessons, and they're all sort of cartoony and arcadey. The thing that really stole the show for me in this game.
Anna Kournikov's underwear.
Well, Anna Kournikova's in the game, which is a treat for fans.
And they're wearing all these like really short skirt things, and you're like, "Come on, Wins, work for me." You can see your panties.
Yes, you can. That is quite amazing in this game.
What do you think about that?
I think the best part about this game, without question, is the fact that you can now go into the online world on Xbox Live, play this game against people all over the world, and there's fans of tennis all over the world. And I like the fact that you also got XSN, so you can do the tournament thing and see your rankings.
World rankings and all that stuff.
And you could have a friend join you, and you could play doubles against other people playing it.
The game itself, it's got a lot of like grunting action going on in the game. The sound effects are,
Yes. Right.
So the fun thing to do is when you get on Xbox Live and you got the headset going, you do the same thing. And then the other guys,
Already it's better than virtual. You just made it. You sold it.
That's kind of fun. It has a lot of the tennis players, but it doesn't have some of my favorites. Like, okay, it has Anna Kournikova, fine, Hingis, but it doesn't have the Williams sisters.
Right.
Which you've got to play the Williams sisters.
Sega game. They're licensed to the Sega game.
They rule all in tennis.
Agassi should have been here.
Agassi. I'll tell you, one of my other problems is that there's two camera angles, and the one they default to, kind of behind the guy, is like really. I couldn't get into it at all.
That's an innovation in this game. Never seen that in a tennis game before.
There's a reason for that.
I thought it was
hard to control and see everything.
It's different, but I think you can get used to it.
Here's an interesting thing: that after each point, you can actually hit a button.
Oh, I like that.
To get either
attitude,
mad or
it's the John McEnroe button.
Happy, but the problem is that you never really get John McEnroe.
You're right. If they're going to do something like that, they should do something where he actually goes and grabs the camera or throws the racket at the camera and cracks.
Now that would be a great part of the game.
I'm giving Top Spin 9 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 7.5.
On the positive side, this game features incredible visuals. You can see Anna Kournikova's panties if the wind is working for you. But the best part of all, it's Xbox Live compatible.
On the negative side, you don't have some of the players you'd like to see, like the Williams sisters and Agassi. And although Vic didn't mind, the controls didn't work for me as good as they did in virtual tennis. The default camera angle is a little funky, and the load times were a little too long.
Now we're going to move from the fast-paced world of tennis to bowling.
That's right. If you thought tennis was boring, wait till you play a bowling game.
This is AMF Bowling from Mug Duck for the Xbox.
You can do a bowling game correctly. Let me just
Right.
say this. You know, back on the television, we used to play bowling all the time. There's some great arcade bowling games with the roller ball and everything.
Right.
And they have captured the essence of bowling. It is possible to do this in video games.
Right.
They've done it many times in the
essence
past.
of bowling.
Yes.
Which smells like sweat socks and
Here.
beer.
You get to pick your characters, right?
Yes.
You get to pick characters like Stash Richards
Right.
and Milo, Hootie D.
Ah, yes.
Do you really want to be a bowler named Stash Richards
Yeah,
or
I do, yeah.
Hootie D?
Actually, him. I want
Milo?
to be, yeah. Or him.
You look like a Milo, actually. That's
Thanks,
the sad
man.
part.
No, I don't want to be any of those guys, and I also
Sure.
don't want to be any of the dudes that you can create in this
Oh,
game, because
man.
everybody looks so sad, unless you're going to go the extra mile and make the thing look sweet and sound sweet and play well.
Right. Don't bother doing it. I'll give you an example. When you're setting up to like roll the ball, you know, and you can move your bowler, the bowler doesn't take a step to the left or right. He just magically
Yeah,
slides
I know.
around. I mean, it's so bad. The sound effects that they have in the game are actually okay, the ones that are in
Well,
there.
they don't
but there's
match
so
up.
many missing.
They don't match up with what you're seeing
Exactly.
either. Do you
So
notice
a pin will fall and there will be no sound
It'll
for
just
it.
play
The same
a
sound
pre-recorded
effect
sound
over
effect.
and over.
They have a bunch of different lanes that you can choose, like there's a Hollywood one,
Well,
and a
there's the
Vegas
thing.
one.
They got Las Vegas. They got Tombstone.
But they're
I'm
all
thinking-
ugly. They're all hideous.
That's the thing. I'm like,
And there's no people there ever.
I'm gonna be like-
you can play like the two-person thing, and there'd be two people.
never
but
any crowds.
This is supposed to be a pro game. I think they have crowd sound effects too.
They have the crowd sound effects,
there's
but no crowd.
One thing I did like the fact that you could customize the paint job on your bowling ball.
The one cool thing actually was the replay, because what they did is why would anyone want to replay a freaking bowling ball? Anyway, they made the right analog stick like the jog wheel
Right.
on like a VCR or
Yes.
something, so you could rewind it. I'm giving it a 2.
That's high, man. I'm giving it 1.5.
Wow! Oh, great, you're sticking me with the positives on this game. On the positive side, they had a really cool jog wheel for the replay. And there was some unique bowling balls to customize and choose from.
On the negative side, let me count the ways in which this game was. The graphics were disappointing, the music's disappointing, the custom character editor, terrible, animations are bad, you can strike every time, and this game features the absolute worst menu screens we've ever seen. Stick around. When we come back, we're going to be talking about a much more action-oriented sport.
Golf?
No,
Bocce.
no. Tony Hawk's Underground.